What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be making a video that was requested a lot over the past few mud riding videos, and that is you guys want to see how I wash my 1000 XMR and also how my brother washes his 850 XMR. We wash them exactly the same, so we're going to be covering that in today's video. By no means did we invent the wheel on how to wash these things. There's always going to be a better way out there. This is just the way we do it. So by no means do I think this is the best way. This is just the way I do it, and you guys were curious about it. I actually got a ton of comments on this, and at first I wasn't going to make this video, but on my last mud riding video, if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you guys do. It'll be at the end of this video, linked up. But a lot more people started to comment saying they wanted to see it as well. So we're going to be getting into that today a little bit. To make this video, I actually did something I've never done before, and that is leave my four-wheeler dirty over the work week. Now, I worked a ton this week, didn't have any time before work or after work to even touch this thing, but I didn't actually wash this thing. I wanted to wait to make this video this weekend to show you guys how I washed it. Now, of course, the night we got back from the ride, and this is actually going to be one of the steps we're going to talk about. It's actually a 3 to 4 step process, but of course I hit up the brake pads, the brake line, the axles, anything that moves or that stops or that compresses. You always want to make sure to hit that up right after the ride. Like as soon as you get done riding, that is when you want to get all that mud so that it doesn't dry off the brake lines, the brake pads, the calipers if you have calipers. Of course, the axles, like I said, anything that moves or compresses, the coils, the springs, anything that rotates, you want to hit up the underneath, the plastics, and that's so important. Of course, you don't want it to dry on there, so you do want to get most of the mud off the plastics the night of. Like, I know this is dirty, but look at this picture right now I'm going to put on the screen. That is what it looked like immediately after the ride. And pretty much this is what it looks like right after that initial spray down. You want to just go ahead and really focus on underneath immediately after the ride so that it doesn't dry. That's like one of the most important steps. So I'm just giving you guys kind of a walk around. It's really not that dirty right now. That initial wash should get most everything. I always hit up my lights, my wiring harnesses for my lights. I always hit up that night of. I don't want any of that mud to dry on those wiring harnesses. Pretty much we already got step 1 complete. Step 2 is what we're going to be getting into today. After this walk around, I'm going to be backing the four-wheeler out of the garage and going over step 2 with you guys. So step 1 is just the initial wash at the site or wherever you're riding at immediately afterwards. Make sure you get a good wash. Wash as much mud as you can off. Wash everything underneath. And then that is step 1. And again, I just want to reiterate that I normally do not leave my four-wheeler dirty. This is not me at all. I did this purposely so that I can make this video over the weekend. Like I said, I did have a busy work week this week, but I definitely could have got to this. I just purposely waited so that I could make this video out in the sunlight, because every time I got off, it was after dark. And every time I went to work, it was well before light time. So I normally go to work at about 4 in the morning, about 3:45 in the morning, and get off well after dark. But anyway, I suggest doing all these steps the day of the ride or the day immediately after the ride. With all that said, we'll jump right into it. Alright, so the second step that I use after I do the initial wash the night of is going to be a secondary wash, pretty much the same exact thing, but now I'm getting a little bit closer, a little bit more of the dirt off. I'm just going through and just really pressure washing everything in between, all the little nicks and crannies, just trying to get as much dirt and mud off as I possibly can. Then I'm going to incorporate the Purple Power into the mix. Purple Power is something me and my brother have been using for a long time now. We always have this little squirt bottle right here, and then we have our refill bottle. It's just cheaper that way to buy it in bulk and then just refill the squirt bottle as needed. But after I do the initial, this is kind of like all in one. So the degreaser comes into play in step 2 of the process. So in step 2, I'm rinsing and also degreasing. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse and show you kind of how I do it. Just real quick, also I wanted to mention the pressure washer I use, because I know I'm going to get asked it a lot in the comment section. It is a 2000 PSI Ryobi pressure washer, 1.2 gallons per minute. I picked it up for like 200 bucks maybe even a little less than 200 bucks at the Home Depot. It's an electric pressure washer. It is by no means meant for like industrial use or like pressure washing driveways, things like that, or sides of houses and brick. It does not, you know, have enough PSI for that use, but for like pressure washing the four-wheelers and the truck, this thing is awesome. Never had a problem with it. Don't have to worry about oil or gasoline. It is a great pressure washer if you're just looking for one needed for like pressure washing your cars or using your foam cannon, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But I wanted to hit on that real quick because I know I'm going to get asked it a lot. So I'll set you guys up in the corner in a time lapse. Hope you enjoy the video. Leave a like if you do. Don't forget to leave a like. Helps a lot.
I mean, look at the hand that I made. I'm okay. This ain't token. Why would I have to return the ring? Maybe I'll jump to the third, cause now it's Return of the King. This is on purpose. I swear I'm planning out everything. I'm a step ahead, put the talk to bed, orbit with the heat, planets in my head. I gotta let them know. The industry look like a puppet show. Who's pulling your strings? Whose phone did you bring? I have no Geppetto, I'm on my own. I came in knowing nobody. Now the whole team in the lobby. Labels got me on the phone, but office ain't even closed. I gotta let them know. The industry look like a puppet show. Who's pulling your strings? Whose phone did you bring? I have no Geppetto, I'm on my own. I came in knowing nobody. Now the whole team in the lobby. Labels got me on the phone, but office ain't even closed.
Alright guys, so that was step 2. That was another pressure washing, very good pressure washing, and incorporating the Purple Power or degreaser of your choice into the mix. Now we're moving on to step 3, which is a wash with the foam cannon. I use the Jax Wax foam cannon and their Jax Wax foam cannon soap. I found that this stuff works really good. I'm actually about to order some new cannon soap because as you can see I'm almost out. But it only takes 5 ounces in this foam cannon, so it actually over time, I've used this. You guys know how much I wash my truck and four-wheeler, and I've used this for about a year now, and it's lasted me that long. It comes in a gallon. It's just a gallon of soap, but you only use 5 ounces at a time, so you actually conserve soap. This thing I think costs $35 or $40 on Jax Wax's website. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I know they do a lot of sponsorships, but I'm not one of them. And you know, I'll be honest with you guys, if they suck, they suck. I'll tell you. If they're good, I'll also tell you. And to be honest with you, Jax Wax products are pretty good. Definitely suggest them. So they have a little line on the side. I'm just gonna go up to 5 ounces and then mix it with warm water just out of the sink. And once the warm water gets up to about 90% full, sorry, it's kind of dirty right now, I haven't cleaned it in a while, but as you can see I got 5 ounces, so I'm going to fill warm water up to about here, to about 30 ounce point, and then I just shake it for about a minute or two, and then my foam cannon is ready to go. I just insert the top of it, twist on the nozzle, which is made of some sort of brass material, and then I just put it right on. I take the long portion off of my pressure washer and just twist it right onto the main connection point. And then I just foam can it up. I'll put you guys on a time lapse, you guys will see. And then I start washing it with my foam pad, which is right here, just a regular foam pad from O'Reilly's, and usually does pretty good. So that is the third step out of 4, and we'll jump right into it. One more thing I wanted to mention though before we jump right into the third step is the plastics. I know you guys are gonna ask why I didn't take the plastics off. I take the plastics off every other ride. So every 2 rides that I go on, I take the plastics off and wash. So I took them off last time I rode. I washed it really good. Now this time I'll just do a really good wash and I won't take the plastics off. Some people like to take the plastics off after every single ride, and that's good. I have nothing against it. Just my personal preference. I like to do it every other ride.
Creating distance from me and my goals. I was so bitter, feeling like I was the run of the litter, but now I deliver like Domino's dinner. Go call me whatever, but can't call me quitter. I'm stuck in my work. They don't wanna be eating, but then they dessert. Wasn't here in the kitchen, I eating the dishes. Why they here for dessert? They trying to wipe the game, but all they ever do is flirt. I give my heart, I give my soul, I swear I really put in work. Now they look up to me, we see from the same height, on the same earth, walk the same ground, through the same dirt, live the same love and the same hurt, cause I'm still woke, but my dreams keep teasing me. They ask when
Alright guys, so that's step 3. That is going to be the foam cannon and the rinse again with the wash with like the scrubby pad or whatever you have. Now we're going to be moving into step 4, and there's an ant on my wrist. Ants are everywhere out here. But now we're going to be moving into step 4, and for this we're going to have to let it dry. Not completely, it doesn't have to dry completely, but we also want to take it out of the sun, so we're going to be moving it into the garage. By the way, I started this at about 8 o'clock this morning, so the sun wasn't too intense. It's about 9:30, 9:45 right now, so the sun's starting to get out a little bit. We don't want that, or we don't want any foam. Well, we're about to get into some more technical stuff right now, but what we don't want is like dry spots, things like that. And I do have a water treatment system here on the house, so I don't get the water spots that bad. I have a system called Rain Soft, which really helps with water spots. I don't really get water spots really at all, but for you guys, don't leave it out in the sun because you can get really bad water spots. And I still do, don't get me wrong, I still do get water spots, but just very minorly and not too bad at all. But what we're gonna do is let it dry off. We're gonna take it on a quick drive down, up and down the street. Freaking butterfly right here, look pretty cool. But anyway, oh, what's up, little guy? Wanna be in the video? No homo, but that's a beautiful butterfly. Anyway, we are going to let it dry a little bit, take it up and down the street, get the brakes dry just a tad, you know, squeeze them a little bit, make a couple quick stops, get the tires rotated, and just get the ATV a little bit warmed up. Then we're gonna leave it in the garage for about an hour or two, let it dry off really good, let it cool off a little bit, let the plastics cool off from the sun and also from it driving. And then we're gonna hit it with step 4, and I'll show you guys what that is as soon as we get all that complete. All right guys, so it's been about an hour and a half since I last washed the four-wheeler. It's dried completely and it's cooled off here in the garage, so it's not like burning hot to the touch. I actually, after every ride, my last step, I liquid wax my four-wheeler every single time. Now it's not actually like a paste wax or something that I'm buffing into the plastics, so it doesn't actually damage it, but I actually liquid wax it every single time. I don't know if that's maybe the reason why mine turns out maybe a little bit better and the plastics stay in good condition. My brother does the same exact thing and his looks great as well. I know you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy over here waxing a freaking four-wheeler that I'm just gonna take off and get dirty right again anyway. But I've always been this way. I've always taken care of my stuff really good and keeping the plastics in good condition, never having it outside, always waxing it after every single ride has really seemed to do good, especially on my 850. By the way, this one's still for sale. I put it up for sale in the last video. It's a 2017 Can-Am Outlander 850 XT. It's got the front and rear brush guard. It's got obviously four-wheel drive, the security system on it as well with the 2 keys. Very good bike. It's a 2017 and it's been an awesome one for me. It's got about 30 hours on it right now. It's dirty, but I can clean it up. And if you're interested in buying it, hit me up on Instagram at ParoDoXz, the same thing as my YouTube channel. Pretty much what I was saying was I've been waxing with the liquid wax Hawaii Shine, just like on my truck. I use the same stuff on my truck, and I've been doing it ever since I got that one, and it seems to work really well. So I've done it with the triple black XMR as well. So I'm about to do that real quick, and then we'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. But if you guys want to know what product it was, again, it's called Hawaii Shine or Hawaiian Shine from Jack's Wax. And I've had it for about a year now, and I've only used that much. And I use it on my truck and four-wheelers all the time, so it does last a long time. So with all that said, I'll set you guys up on a time lapse and we'll get this 4th and final step done with. Alright guys, that is going to end out the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Again, this is the way I clean my four-wheeler each and every time. You guys were highly requesting this video, and each and every time I get done mud riding, this is how I clean it. So that is my process. That is my 4-stage process. Again, plastics come off every other ride, but I'll give you guys kind of a quick walk around. Again, this was a video that was heavily requested. I'm going to get back to doing videos like this that are fan requested. So if you want to see a video, I read every single comment. Just comment it down below. Yes, there are videos coming on the truck. My guy Travis from the HID factory that's building my headlights for the truck right now, he is in Houston, so he did get hit really heavily by the storm. So it did delay the headlight build by a few weeks. He texted me a couple days ago letting me know he is building the headlights. It's just being delayed by obviously the hurricane. It put his entire business out for I think 3 weeks. Took it out for 3 weeks, and now he's finally starting to get back into the groove. He said he's starting to put orders back out there and getting headlights built and headlights, everything else he sells on the website. He said he's starting to get it back out the door. So prayers to him. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you wash your four-wheeler. Let me know how you like my process. Do you think it's a good process? Do you think it's thorough enough? And do you think you got anything out of the video? Make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know how you liked it. Also, leave a like down below. It helps the channel grow a lot. We're almost to 50,000 subscribers. Hopefully we hit that this week. I'm really hopeful that we will. So leave a like down below so we can hit that milestone this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.
'Cause you know that I'ma throw that. I spread the wealth.